looking back on things and say your son, Hassan, his name is also Hassan.
Hassan, yes.
He wanted to play football. Would you allow him to play football?
No. I'm glad he chose.
And why is that? And why is that?
I'm going to tell you why, because
And Rod, I'm going to ask you the same question.
I'm going to tell you why. I'm glad he chose the sport as basketball. I think about
Well, he was 7 foot tall. I mean, my God.
Well, he could have been a lineman. He could have been an offensive lineman.
I said, Hassan, I know one time he did mention football to me. I said, you sure you want to play that sports? Because it's a short-lived sports. It ain't like baseball. It ain't like basketball where you could add a couple more years to your life. He said, no, Dad. He said, I was thinking about playing. I said, you like basketball better. If you like basketball, better play it. But if you love football, because that's a game that you really got to love. Because one of the reasons I told him that, because I said, Hassan, when it's all over with, man, you going to feel the pain as I feel it. I'm in pain pretty much right now, and my injuries are old. But I said it's a short career, and you go feel pain after it. Like even right now, I'm part of the. They have a compensation lawsuit against the NFL, which I'm going to be leaving out of town soon, and I'm part of that because of my injuries and the stuff that I went through playing football. So I just say football is a short-lived career. Unlike basketball, it's a good career, but it's a short-lived one. So I gave him advice that, hey, man, I want my son to play basketball or something that he could probably play for a lot more years.
Okay, Rod, 1 minute. Time check. The time is approximately 9 p.m. That time check is brought to you by Semper Alexander Computer Consultants, where they implement cost-effective solutions to fulfill your business needs. Semper Alexander for all your computer needs. You can call them at 973-763-2011. That's 973-763-2011. We're going to go for a short break, and we'll be back with the Hassan brothers. The Abu Bakr brothers, excuse me. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for a professional logo design for your website, brand, or business? Then we are the company you are looking for. We are professional graphic designers, and with our skills, we will design a perfect, high-quality logo for you. We work with standout concepts, nice contrasts, and color balance. Please let us know your text for use in logo, web address, color of logo that you want. We will design 3 variations of your logo for you to choose from for only $99.95, with 100% refund of your $99.95 if you're not satisfied. We provide fast delivery and professional design. We also design any size web banner ad for $35. Call us at 347-674-1680. That's 347-674-1680. An operator is standing by to take your call.
Want to learn piano for kids? Then I recommend Wendy Goldstein School of Piano. Wendy Goldstein has been offering piano lessons since 1993 and teaches piano in a very natural way. An alumni of Manhattan School of Music, Wendy creates customized lesson plans for each student and helps bring music alive. Wendy provides you a convenient location, the best value, and the most fun way to learn piano. All ages are welcome, and the first lesson is always free. Have questions? Call Wendy at 201-207-5169.
Do you want your kid to run faster with better running form and conditioning for his or her sport? Then Running Development Academy is the place for him or her. Our training packages fix their form and make them run faster. How about training to run a marathon or just run faster in your respective event? Maybe you just want to learn to run properly and lose weight in the process. Our trainers, a former 800 meters track Olympian and an 8 times world record holder in Masters Track and Field, will get you there. Don't delay. Sign up today at runningdevelopmentacademy.com or contact us at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444 to learn more.
Online radio experience in April. Join award-winning journalist and civil rights activist Walter Fields weekly as he discusses being black in South Orange and Maplewood, race, and the suburban experience. Black in the Burbs will examine public education, the treatment of black youths, police and community relations, and black business development and faith. The show will serve as a forum for community dialogue. Join Walter Fields on the South Orange Maplewood online radio experience for Real Talk, coming in April.
Want to take a cruise but don't have a U.S. visa? No problem. Cruise and Rail Travel are experts at cruises that do not require a U.S. visa. Visit www.cruiseandrail.net or call 868-631-8785. Find us on Facebook or drop us a tweet.
You are listening to In the Village with Anselm on South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. You can reach us here at 973-327-3626 or log on to SoMore.org. Coming soon, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience.
We are back with you. It's in the Village with Anselm on the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. Coming to you every Monday through Friday from 8 to 9:30 p.m. That's 8 to 9:30 p.m. You could reach us here at 973-327-3626. That's 973-327-3626. And tonight, joining us in the Village with Anselm on the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience is former NFL player Hassan Abubakar. He played in the National Football League. He also played in the Canadian Football League. He was drafted by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He played with the Minnesota Vikings as well. And he also played in the CFL with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers and the Ottawa Rough Riders. And if you see a gentleman who played for the Sacramento Kings by the name of Hassan Whiteside, that is Hassan Abubakar's son. And we also have with us Rod Abubakar as well, having a discussion tonight about the Deshaun Jackson situation out there as he was released, cut, let go, whatever you want to put it, by the Philadelphia Eagles. And don't forget, coming up this Saturday, a community forum, When the Dream Becomes a Nightmare, the Black Student Experience in South Orange and Maplewood, from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Memorial Hall at the Maplewood Library, located at 51 Baker Street. So you don't want to miss that. Tomorrow, Saturday, March the 29th, from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Maplewood Public Library. And the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience is going to be broadcasting that event live from the Maplewood Public Library. Now, Rod, yes. I think before we went to the break, we wanted to get your opinion on the question that we asked, And let me just go back to the question as far as we asked your brother, whether he wanted his son to play football or not, if he would have encouraged his son to play football. Now, Rod, would you have encouraged your son to play football? Knowing that, Rod, listen, let's be honest.
I would.
He could have a $5 million contract, yeah, Rod, and make your life very, very, very wonderful. You can retire early.
I take a different approach to it. My approach to it is, as long as there's some athletic activities, that's my thing. Whether it's football, basketball, baseball, golf, whatever. Because not only that, I think basketball, football, those sports has a discipline component to it. You know what I'm trying to say? And so you ran track. So there's all that stuff is a discipline. You have to have some discipline to be able to go through that stuff. Football is a tough sport. Like my brother said, I see him now, with his knees and stuff. But, you can't stop a racehorse from running when he wants to run, whether it's football, baseball, what have you. I mean, our mother used to tell us don't play football and all that stuff. We were kids. I used to play as a little kid, but he was just better than everybody else and bigger than everybody else. So he could hit the hardest. He was a tough, fierce competitor.
No, Hassan, you went to Weequahic High School.
Yeah, Weequahic High School sure did.
Right, and in college, when did you know that you think you could have made it as a professional player? When did you realize that there's a chance that I could be drafted to become a professional player?
When it wasn't high school and it wasn't college. It was when I was 11 years old that I decided.
Really?
Because at 11 years old, that's what I dreamed of, becoming a professional football player. A lot of times we had kids today, they're not dreaming. But at 11 years old, I said in the back of my mind that, hey, when I get big, I'm going to become a professional football player. And I had that hitting in my mind. I never told anybody until I actually became a professional football player. But it was something that was deep in my mind that, hey, that's what I was going to become. I was probably about 11 years old when I started playing. Well, I started playing football maybe about 5 or 6. But at 11, I said to myself, hey, man, I could become a professional football player. And from 11 until I got actually drafted when I was 22, and I made that dream come true because it was a dream.
Now, let's get into the concussion thing a little bit, because I just don't understand how a human being could line up against 6 or 7 other human beings. And my goal is to crush you as much as possible.
It does. It has. Now that I'm older and my football career behind me, I wonder that too, because sometimes I question myself: how can you run full speed into somebody else and not suffer any kind of consequences? I mean, as I got older, I realized, hey, man, you had to have a little bit, you had to be a little bit
a little
off
crazy, a little bit of crazy,
a little bit off the
let's
rocker.
keep it real. I mean,
you gotta,
you can talk to some of the football guys today or some of those guys that play. You have to have a little bit
off.
A little bit, have it all put together, because I mean, just thinking about it, you're going fast as you can, hard as you can, and you're going to run into somebody
like a Mack truck,
and knock them over. You know, I look at it now because I'm older, because but as I played, I loved doing it. So it was something. Maybe there was something there.
Now, what it's like when you have finished a game? What do you have to go through in order to get ready for the next game? Because, I mean, I'm sure you got to be sore. You got to be like, your ankles hurt, your knees hurt, your back hurt. Because if you're a lineman, you got to be down in the stands.
Yeah,
and
I think you go through those pains. And after, like, even I'm in pain now, but you'll never know.
Right.
So I think after each game, you're in pain, but you it's kind of numb to you, because you've been in that pain for so long that you really don't even feel it.
Now, let me ask a question. And Rod, you can chime in here. Mm-hmm. I don't understand how you can be an NFL player taking all of this beating without having some outside help.
What are you trying to say, Anthony? What are you trying to say, man?
Well, it's also called PEDs.
Okay. Well, let's say
it's called performance-enhancing drugs.
Okay.
Without the NFL players having to take some type of performance-enhancing drugs in order to keep him on the field. Because let's be honest, man. This is a sport. If you take 2 cars head on, bang, right? Even if you put a dummy sitting in the front.
Well, we have Hassan here. Let's ask him.
I'm trying to find out.
I mean, when I played, I don't remember any. Well, I didn't know of any guys that had any kind of perform. I heard rumors, but I didn't see anybody. I personally didn't take any kind of performing drugs, or I don't know if
last time didn't give you any vitamins. They tell you it was vitamin E and you didn't know.
I don't remember taking any kind of performance. I mean, maybe
the trainer never came up to you and said, Hassan, here's these 6 vitamin E, all different colors.
Here's some rub on you.
Here's this rub.
You do the massages, the hot water, you did the water part, but I don't remember any kind of. I mean, even if they did do it, I didn't know anything about it.
You didn't know anything about it?
I didn't know anything about those guys. But I heard, like, later on, as my career ended, I heard guys was doing bone chips of people's bones in they medicine.
Did you get steroids? Did you get steroids?
No, never indulged in steroids.
No growth hormones?
No growth hormones.
No popping pills?
No.
Just to stay active?
Just to stay active. No, I haven't. I mean,
some ass.
I don't think. Personally, I don't think like the growth hormone, the steroids. I don't think that's a real big part of the NFL. Like I think a couple of guys may indulge, but as an overall, I don't believe it's there.
I
think people value the guys value their body a little much more than,
But I see these guys. Rod, you go ahead. You wouldn't say
no.
something.
I just think. I mean, like Hassan said. I